I get it, you're trying to teach me a lesson. It's a dirty game. Freedom of speech is important. I think that is, have to be very mindful of our words. I understand why your red pillars are the way you are. But the same goes for you, blue pillar. Joseph R. Biden, huh? Jr. Now, Obama, you're beta as fuck. Now, Mr. Joe Biden. You went in high. Was it? You guys took coverage. The psychic of the mind. Now, Tim Cook. I know you. I know you now. I really do. All right then. Truth is a double-edged sword. It cuts both ways. Now, Oracle. I keep forgetting your name. The person who's in charge of the Oracle. I understand why you side with him. Business is business. I agree. I agree. Don't leave. Stay. I think that our government has been overreaching to the perspective they have used the Constitution to hide behind it. Now, you leaders, right there, you continue to use the Constitution as as something that you can, what's the word? As something that you can hide behind. You yourself will be charged with treason against the United States of America. Now, America has done his wrongs. Now you're trying to teach him. But you have a debt now. Both you, Obama, and Joseph R. Biden Jr. I want the net worth of your whole net worth, 46% of it, cut to the people, to the younglings that are in those cages. Fine. You want to go that route? We can. Actually, I think it should be 67. Y'all being hoarding too much money. I know your son will take the torch down the road. Now, I want you to cut the bullshit of being, what's the word, gay in school. Okay? Let's cut that crap. No more of that bullshit. LBGT, all that shenanigans. Cut that shit. Alright? They can do that on their own time, their own free time. When you're in school, you're gonna focus on what you need to focus, which is learn more science, more math, and the arts of music. Now, what's next? Engineers. I want the engineers to wear an emblem, a little pin for them to remember, to look at something, to be proud of. Okay? Joseph Arbide Jr. You fucking motherfucker. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you lucky, eh? Yeah. I think that one of the things I want to see is that people who are doing their job rewarded should be rewarded properly. Okay? And that $15,000, I think that $15,000 should be of like should put into a trust of life insurance. I think that when someone dies, when people die, and their family members don't have them there no more, you know, they only have debt and now it only needs to be for a year. I misspoke the last time. I think only a year for the economy to come back. Okay? Of handing out money. So you do the calculations from the 3 years or whatever, so do it to a year. Help those who invest that money into developing certain communities. Okay? Our oceans, our animals, our land. What if? Now, Donald, I have to give credit to you. I have to. I have to give you credit. I have to give you credit where it belongs. You've done your part, yes. Profoundly. Profoundly. Now, you've done your work, and I understand. All right? Now, Donald, you have gone constantly with the nonsense. I have to watch myself too. Okay. Now, soldiers need to be training. They gotta be a, what's the word? And a station for our military to train at Alaska. I want them to train in the roughest terrain, out in the woods, in the cold. They're gonna go through some, what's the word? It's gonna get rough, and I think we all need to work together. There will be no civil war. We have to be at peace, but we have to be aware. Our education system is not up to par where it needs to be. There should be a teacher and 2 tutors in order to explain certain aspects of what's going on. Like for a student to get up to level compared to your peers, which would create a better a better overall outcome on students comprehending the subject and applying it in the real world. Okay, so equipment, like physical training, yes, to an extent. I think that we've been investing in certain equipment instead of focusing on certain, what's the word? Certain things, just like a pull-up, that could be a helpful thing. Push-ups, different types of, exercises in order to not create more issues like this. Not issues, create less quartering things, and we can focus on the real problems that we have in the 21st century, like recycling. All right, like I spoke in one of the previous videos. Instead of having one recycle trash bag or trash can, there should be 3. One for recycling plastic cans and all, the other one for trash, and the other one for greens. Like the general thing. Okay. So people are gonna be paranoid owning certain stuff, and I think that that's it creates an issue in their mind because it has an attachment, and I think that certain machinery, like let's say an example would be kids have different types of balls, like basketball, soccer, football, tennis ball, name it. They have all that. I think that proper machinery that would be either a tennis or kind of like dispensary. Instead of constantly buying something, you can recycle it, put it back where it is, and just train in order for other people to use that. But you pay it at a lower cost, but just to rent it and put it back and use it until it's ruined. So that's one example, right? What else? Food wise. that the machinery should be rented at more easier price and have more people be trained to be working on that and be and be up to part where they are. What else? It's more of renting it than like or renting or leasing ordeal. I think that those who work there should have either were a discount just because you're working there, and you should be rewarded like little treats like that, you know. Those the kids need to be get out of the cages. Period. Okay, we have to figure out a solution, put in them, and they can start earning their money and start making decision in their lives. Okay, learning, teaching them. Now there is going to be some psychological problems because you have imprisoned young children, and that's the price you blue pillars have to pay because that is wrong. You know, not just wrong, but morally wrong, and that in itself will be up to part. Okay, freedom of speech is important. It is important, and so the children and their parents, because we already know where we're at. I think that well, this year we should start reopening the school in 4 parts, kind of like business. There's 4 quarters in a year. Just kind of slowly kind of unveil start reopening things. I think that the business owners need to be not scrutinized, but have to be more aware of what's going on with their business and hire other entities in order for them to get help. Now the government needs to ease up on the whole situation. This means that we have to change certain business laws in order to benefit the business, because in California we need business to grow and make money. We're all here to work together, so just because you have certain knowledge doesn't mean you can't help someone who is seeking the knowledge. Okay? So California needs to ease up on the business. That's the first thing on certain laws for business, because we need certain people to grow. Nonetheless, we always have to be mindful of words on on how certain things need to be done. An example would have been okay, working at a Chinese restaurant. They don't have proper sanitation there, proper ventilation in the bathrooms. That's a must. If there's a place where you can eat, there must be proper ventilation in order for people going out, okay? To get rid of that and then coming in, okay? Fresh air in, fresh air out. Alright, so out first, and then slowly you bring the fresh in. That will create the first thing that we need. The next thing is that our public bathrooms need to be updated, meaning that instead of having 2 toilets, it should be 3. Proper spacing. There is cracks between the door. We need to cut that. Okay? It has to be seamless. So if someone is in there trying to look in, we don't need that. We stop that. It has to be properly taken care of. The space in right where the floor is, there should be a certain type of mechanism, like a hose, like a metal hose, like a metal bar that goes around. And that bar, there's water pressurized there. And then out of it, there will be chemicals to clean the floor. And it will drain. So first it will throw hot water out, kind of like a splash, but just for the ground. That's the first step. Then the second step, the certain chemical, and then water. But you let it sit for a minute, and it cleans it, and then water by itself, and then water, and then again another chemical. Let it sit, water, another chemical, and boom. It can be done once a year. You don't have to send people to go clean it. Something constant. That could be programmed in a way that people can go there and do it themselves. That's one thing that I'm seeing with the bathrooms. Now, I think that bathrooms could have a set of a shower set. So if people are on the run, because we'll need time back. If they're playing a sport, like over here at the park, we say you can pay for that. Okay? The shower, you gotta pay for that. Okay? But it must be filtered. It must be filtered. There'll be proper filtration in there. In order to take a quick shower, it's closed door, but it's open, and you get out of there. Boom. I think that's one of the things that we would deal with the homelessness as soon as possible. Go ahead. What else? What else? So some of that money, the people, okay, some of the workers that will be doing the infrastructure should get paid a certain percentage each year. Okay, it should be invested into either stocks or a life insurance or several options in order for them to in order for them to get the best benefit. We want to reward those who do good and those who don't work and do their part in order to achieve betterment in their lives. Should well, simply like this, won't be rewarded. So how we get there and how we go about it is always important, because men feel like we have to put energy and effort. I speak for myself as a man. When I put work and effort on something, I'm proud of it. But I also like to reap some benefit out of it too. Not just the state or just not the state, federal, the government in general. That means that the minorities community, be proud of their work, and their children will look up to them and make betterment in their lives and see what they can achieve. All right, that's all. I think that I discussed a little too much on this, but I think that's all for now.